You guys know what would be so fucking nice right now? A breeze. It's really hot today in the Ozarks. Like, it's so humid. Like, I'm sticky. But I wanted to come out here to film this because the inside of my house is so noisy with all 10,571 children that I have. So, yeah, I can get a little bit more peace out here, even with the ducks, even with the chickens and the turkeys and the dogs and the horses and everybody that's around here. So, yeah, here we go. I want to talk more about stevia now. So we went ahead and we harvested the stevia, we pulled the leaves off of the stems, and we discarded the stems. I washed the stevia in my salad spinner. I dried it, but like I said, you can just lay it out on a towel to dry, or if you want to, you can hang up the whole plant, like with all of them on the stalk. Hang it up and let it dry that way. Just make sure that they're really, really and truly dry before you start working with them. And the reason I say that is because for some reason, the fresh stevia leaves, while they're sweet, they don't seem to be as sweet as once you dry them. You can pull more out of them once they're dry. Okay, now, after I dehydrated them, I put them in here, and this isn't all of them, by the way. I had a ton of them in here. Now, I can just leave them in here like this. I can pull them out and use them, whatever. Or I can, look at this. This is a little coffee bean grinder. You can get this on Amazon, like 14 bucks, maybe 15 bucks. I forget what I spent on it. Anyhow, this little dude right here is really good for pulverizing. You can just, you can press it hold it down as long as you want, make it as fine as you want it to get, or you can just kind of pulsate it and kind of just break it up a little bit. But you can see here, let me see, okay. This is now stevia ground into a fine powder, and I can use this in recipes that just need a little bit of sweet to them. It's not going to replace sugar in that it's not going to caramelize and things like that. So if you have to have sugar in something for that kind of effect, or for, for bulk or things like that, then you don't want to substitute with this. But this is really so sweet. This is amazing stuff. It takes so very, very little of this to do anything. Like I said, it's 200 or 300 times sweeter than table sugar. This is the real deal, guys. Okay, so now, because I have some of that ground up, I'm going to go ahead and make a little bit of tincture with me. Now, I'm not going to make a whole lot of it today because I already have like 6 of these bottles in the house. This is Stevia Drops. It's a tincture, basically. You can see the color. Let me see, maybe not, maybe you can see the color of it. It has a very, very pale green, almost yellow color to it. It doesn't take very many of these drops to sweeten a cup of tea, I'll tell you that. I don't like things as sweet as other people like them, so I might use 5 drops of this, like just drops. And it's sweet. And so, anyhow, you can do that. In order to make that, I put some in this little jar. I'm not going to make very much today just because, like I said, I already have plenty. And I put the leaves in here, and I'm going ahead and just kind of cutting them up a little bit, because as I cut these leaves, it's opening up more surface area for the vodka to sit on and pull more of the sweet goodness out. Just use vodka. Don't use anything stronger. Don't try whiskey, okay? Don't do Everclear. Don't do moonshine. Just get you some cheap vodka. It doesn't need to be anything fancy. I just buy cheap stuff, and it does the trick. And just pour it on there, and you want to just cover it. See, I've just covered it. Now, I know that I said earlier, and I'm going to say it again, don't let this sit like this for days and days and days and weeks and weeks and weeks. This is counted by hours. So this right here, I'm going to leave, I've already made a label out, and I wrote what time it is right now. And I'm going to leave this for about 36 hours. I'm going to put the end time. I'm going to go ahead now and calculate when this is going to be done, because I don't want this to go over. Because if this goes over, it's going to be bitter, and I'm less apt to use it if it tastes like shit. So then all this work, all this sweating is just going to be for nothing. So anyhow, so yeah, you just put it in here, give it a little shake, right? I'm going to go ahead and put my label on there, because although I'm only making one tincture today, I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot, and I am likely to forget what the hell's in this jar, because I have so many freaking things going on in my life every day. All the time, it's a 3-ring circus. So I put the label on there, nothing fancy. Look, I didn't even get it on there straight. It's crooked. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a dark place, a cool dark place. So in my house, that's the cabinet above my coffee maker. And so I know I could go there, I can open the cabinet, and I can give this a shake a couple of times. Every day I will go over to that cabinet and I'll take all my tinctures out and I'll give them a shake and then put them back. Most tinctures, need to be, around 6 to 8 weeks to cure. This one is so fast. It is so fast. This is the fastest stinking tincture you'll ever make. It's almost instant gratification. So yeah, in about 36 hours, I could go as long as 48, but 36 hours just seems to be kind of my sweet spot. After that, I'm going to get this out and I'm going to strain it through a cheesecloth or a nut milk bag or a bandana or any kind of piece of cloth that I can find, just to make sure that I get the plant particulate out of this vodka. And then I'll put it in a little bottle like this. But you know what? If I don't have a little bottle like this, I'm just going to put it back into this jar. And I'm just going to store it in my pantry. And it's going to stay there and stay good for, I don't know, 5 years maybe. It won't last that long, I'll tell you that. We'll use it. So also, there are some people that have strong feelings about alcohol and using them. I will tell you this, know this, that whenever I put this into my tea or whatever I'm sweetening, I don't have to use very much of it at all. Therefore, I don't even taste the alcohol. All I taste is the sweetness. I promise you that. I do not taste alcohol whenever I do this. Now, as I said, there are some people who are sensitive to alcohol. Either they have a legitimate allergy to it, or, maybe you're in recovery and you don't want to have any alcohol in your system. I hear you. I get that. And what you can do then is you can take it, and after you have gone through this process, right, and you have strained it through your cloth and just gotten your pure liquid out, and you get it to just this state, you can take this and you can cook it down, just cook the alcohol off of it, and then put it in your refrigerator. Now, if you do that, it's not going to stay good for as long, because the alcohol acts as a preservative. So, for me, it helps to just have it there like that. But you know what? If you wanted to do this, you could just, make a bunch of it. Like usually if I'm making a tincture, I'm making it in this, or even a pickle jar size, a big, gallon size jar. You could make a big tincture at once, right? And leave it sitting in the alcohol, right? And then after that, before you use it, go ahead and kind of boil the alcohol off, and it's going to stay good in your refrigerator for a month or so, so you'll use it in that time. So if you just really don't want alcohol in it, you can do that. With me, like I said, it's no big deal. I'm not a drinker. But I don't taste the alcohol in this stuff. And yeah, it's pretty good, you guys. So it's stevia. It grows from the ground. It's amazing. It has other properties that are helpful to your health too. Like, I don't know how much of this is true. I've heard things, I've read things. I haven't experienced it myself, and I'm not a doctor. Keep that in mind. I'm just a crazy hillbilly, okay? I have heard that it is good if you've got indigestion. It's good for an upset tummy. I have heard that it is good for dandruff and for acne. And I can't tell you if that's to be applied topically or if that's just helps if you're ingesting it in general. Some people will make a tea out of it. They'll just simply have the flakes, you know what I mean? They'll just have the flakes and they'll make a tea. And you could do that too. To me, I think it would be just really freaking strong. But, you know, I digress. Here we go. Look how freaking sweaty I am. Oh my God. I think I'm going to pack my shit up. I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to pour myself a big cup of tea. I'm going to put some of this in it and sweeten it because in the Ozarks, we like sweet tea. And, I mean, it's almost blasphemy. It's unholy to like unsweet tea here. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit in the air conditioning and just chill my tits. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out, Girl Scout. Bye.